station of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are the West.
The spell Toronto has over your Rangers is a mystery. At 11-12, the Jays are not exactly dominating in the early going, yet when facing Texas, they turn into the 1927 Yankees. So it's time to put a stop to this weird, inexplicable voodoo that Toronto has put upon the Rangers. Let's begin with a great start from tonight's pitcher, Derek Holland, and exercise those demon Blue Jays. Here at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington, the Rangers are off to one of the best starts in team history. They have established themselves as one of the best home teams in all of baseball, and yet somehow, someone forgot to tell that to the Toronto Blue Jays, who have won 2 in a row here, and it's time for the Rangers to stop that skid. It's the Rangers and the Blue Jays, and it all comes to you live from here at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. Hi there, it's John Radigan with Tom Grieve tonight. We're getting you ready for a little Rangers baseball, and we're getting you ready for the second opportunity for one of the Rangers that has 3 wins already this year to get his 4th win, Derek Holland, tonight.
And with a 2-game losing streak, John, I think over the last couple of years, you might not have felt quite as comfortable with Derek Holland as your starting pitcher. But after watching him mature over the winter, maybe in postseason last year, it's a whole different ball game this year. You feel good seeing Derek Holland as tonight's starting pitcher. His last start, if you just look at the numbers, doesn't look that good. He gave up 5 runs, however, in the 4th inning. A couple little ground balls and a wind-blown home run. Next thing you knew, it's 5 runs on the board. Other than that, he threw the ball terrific. He struck out 9 guys in 7 innings, had a great fastball. He's throwing his off-speed pitches when he's behind in the count. This is a new version of Derek Holland. Hopefully we'll see it again tonight.
Yeah, we'll be looking for that tonight as the Rangers try to stop this crazy skid against the Toronto Blue Jays. They will do it with Yorvik Torrealba continuing to swing a hot bat after a 3-for-3 night last night and a home run the night before last. It's almost time to play ball, y'all. It's the Rangers and the Blue Jays coming up next in high definition. Ford Southwest is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Check out the Ford F-150 and drive one. Ford is the best in Texas. By the Progressive Insurance Group. For a money-saving car insurance quote, call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE today. By Jack in the Box. Get the new bacon barbecue steak grilled sandwich now at Jack in the Box. And by Southwest Airlines' new Rapid Rewards, unlimited reward seats, and no blackout dates. And there's Ron Washington, who moments ago cast the first official vote in the All-Star balloting, something that you can do now here at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington, or you can do it online at TexasRangers.com or at MLB.com. Wash, of course, the manager of the American League team this year, and the game will be played in mid-July in Arizona. And Southwest Airlines brings you the batting order for Ron Washington tonight against those this is the Blue Jays batting order, and this is Escobar and McCoy and Bautista. Lind, who's been hammering the Rangers, Rivera. Encarnacion is back from the sore wrist. It's Travis Snyder, followed by Aaron Sebia, and Corey Patterson will be batting down at the bottom of the order tonight against Derek Holland. Here's the scouting report.
Well, he's had 4 starts. Good numbers. His ERA is pretty solid. Pumped up a little bit by the 5 earned runs in the 4th inning of his last start. He's got almost a strikeout per inning. Good strikeout to walk ratio in the top 10 in the American League. Last 7 home starts speaks for itself. Undefeated with a .389 ERA.
And he gets right to work against Escobar.
Escobar got a fastball on the first pitch last night and started that 5-run rally with a line drive to right field. He got pretty much the same fastball tonight, and he was late on it and fouled it off.
That one's in there for a strike, and it's 0-2 on just a perfect night for baseball. Wind has turned around. It's blowing from the north and out towards right field. And this one's in the air towards center field, where David Murphy is tonight, and he ranges over to right center to make the play. As we show you the rest of the defense out there with David Murphy, it's Nelly Cruz in left and Mitch Moreland in right field tonight. Beltre and Andrews on the left side. Michael Young and Mike Napoli. A couple of Mikes on the right side, and there's Yorvi Torrealba catching Derek Holland tonight. And there's Mike Napoli, who's so good against left-handed pitchers. It was necessary to get his bat in the lineup tonight. He's at first base and almost on the infield grass. And there's a strike to Mike McCoy. Only Blue Jays player who did not have a hit yesterday. The other 8 were all tearing it up. And it started with that 5-run first inning that the Rangers, and certainly Matt Harrison, have gone about the process of completely forgetting.
Good pitch right there. Throwing 5 straight strikes, is ahead 0-2 and bust him up and in with a good fastball.
Matt says when he went through that 5-run first last night, said he felt like he did 2 years ago. And he says he's a different guy now. He's going to go back and reread the chapters on dealing with adversity in that ABCs of mental pitching book that he read over the summer, or rather over the offseason. It was the winter, and this one's lined out into the gap and left center field. Mike McCoy didn't have a hit last night, but he's got one tonight, a single with 1 out. Here comes the league's leading hitter, Jose Bautista. Swings at a pitch from Derek Holland that touches 94 miles an hour.
Touched on this the first night. Bautista's hitting .362. He has 8 home runs, and he's only got 11 RBIs. Hasn't had many opportunities, and he's not hitting .362 with men in scoring position. A little bit less than that.
And Some more on the offensive explosion that is Bautista. First in average and home runs, on base percentage and slugging percentage. And I'm sure somebody somewhere, a sabermatician, has a stat on the number of RBI relative to the number of home runs, and it is way out of whack when you've got 8 home runs and only 11 RBIs. 8 times the RBI was you.
Also shows he's not hitting home runs very often with men on base.
Yeah.
A lot of solo shots.
Rangers actually lead Major League Baseball in solo home runs with 19 of them. Derek checks McCoy back to first base. Bautista signed a 5-year, $64 million contract in February. After that big 54 home run campaign a year ago. No telling what kind of pace he's on this year. Last year he didn't hit his 8th home run until the 15th of May in game number 38 of the season. This is game 24 and he's already got 8. And he hits this one in the air. Not deep. David Murphy makes the play and left center field. No, 2 away. But now Derek Holland has to deal with Adam Lind. He's got 14 career home runs against Texas. It's more than he has against any other club. He smokes this one right down the third base line. It's a fair ball. Rounding third and headed for home now is Mike McCoy, and he is out at the plate.
Take a ride on that throw. You won't see someone thrown out from out there very often. That's about as long a one-hop throw to the plate for an out as you will ever see.
Yorvi Torrealba makes the tag, and the Rangers keep the Jays off the scoreboard. The start of the game for the Rangers as they gun him down. McCoy at home plate. And here is the Southwest Airlines Rangers batting order with Kinsler, Andrus, Young at second tonight. Adrian starting again and batting cleanup. Cruz, Napoli, Murphy. Yorvit is the catcher on the receiving end of that throw from Nelly Cruz. And Mitch Moreland in right field and batting ninth tonight against JoJo Reyes. And the first pitch from him is outside to Ian Kinsler. Here's the scouting report on Reyes.
He's had 4 starts and a 6.20 ERA. He's had a couple of starts of 7 innings, though, that really weren't that bad.
Ian flies out to right.
One of his games, 7 innings, only 1 run. 0-11 in his last 22 starts. 329 opponent's batting average so far. Yeah, he's a better pitcher than that. He was a top prospect way back when with the Braves in the minor league system, in their minor league system. 2nd round draft choice out of high school, 2003. Minor league record 41-23 with a 350 earned run average. So he's had almost 600 innings in the minor leagues. A lot of success in the minor leagues. Just hasn't translated yet at the big league level, but he's still relatively young. Got a lot of years ahead of him. And based on where he was drafted and the career he's had in the minor leagues, you would think he could be a successful major league pitcher. Just hasn't happened yet.
Kind of slated as a 2 or 3 starter in a rotation as he was coming up through the minors, which is where he spent the majority of last year. 10 starts at Double-A, a couple of starts at, or 10 at Triple-A, and a couple of starts at Double-A last year. And he's ahead of Elvis. Ball and 2 strikes. Elvis, who grounded into 2 double plays yesterday for the first time in his career. And he hits this one in the air to right. Bautista over to get that one too. And there are 2 away for Michael Young.
Batting third, the second baseman, number 10, Michael Young.
Michael's 15-game hit streak came to an end yesterday. He was 0 for 4 with 3 ground outs and a strikeout yesterday. All the Rangers near the top of the order, and most of the right-handed guys had trouble figuring out Jesse Litch for most of the game last night. Michael breaks his bat. It heads back toward the pitcher. The ball goes to first, and Adam Lynn makes the play. Rangers are out in order. 1, 2, 3 goes Texas, and there's no score after 1. Rangers Ballpark in Arlington as we say hello to Jim Knox.
All right, hello, John. And Cancer Support North Texas and Community Corner tonight. Having a good time, right? Yes. There we go. Great organization. They offer support and education to all people with any type of cancer as well as their families. They help educate people. They do not want you to go through it alone. You want to find out more about this great organization. They have locations in downtown Dallas as well as Allen. Just log on to supportcommunitycancer.org. So check that out. This little guy, get the glove up. You ready for a foul ball up here? Yeah. Let's get him one right up here. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Enjoy the game. John.
All right, Jim. Thank you very much. Juan Rivera stands in now against Derek Holland as we get things started here in the second inning. And now it's 3-0 to Rivera. We mentioned during the pregame show the news about Darren O'Day, who will have surgery on a torn labrum in his left hip. And there's a walk to Rivera on 4 pitches. Darren's been battling that hip issue for about 3 years now, and it just finally got to the point where he needed to have it addressed, and so he's in Nashville, Tennessee tonight, where he'll have surgery tomorrow. It's pretty amazing, though, Tom, that he was able to pitch effectively last night with a torn labrum.
Yeah, and I think it's just a matter of time before that wasn't going to be able to happen. That kind of an injury, very difficult to stay healthy enough to pitch on any kind of a regular basis. So you've got 2 of the key guys, late inning guys for the Rangers, Felice and now O'Day, on the disabled list, and it's just going to be up to the other guys. You're going to have to pick up the slack. Have to weather the storm until Felice is ready. Boy, and all of a sudden, 6 straight balls.
2-0 now to Encarnacion. The good news from a surgery standpoint, it's the same surgery that Alex Rodriguez had in March of last year. You remember he missed the first month and a half or so of the season last year, and how's he done since? A-Rod's been fine after that surgery. We'll hope that Darren O'Day can respond as well. Ryan Tucker is the new call-up, and Ron Washington says that the reason he got called up is that's who was recommended by the scouts and the minor league staff. This one's fouled away. It'll even things up at 2-2. There were certainly lots of options, and Wash says we haven't forgotten about Mark Lowe, who was, as you remember, sent down not long ago. But he says he's doing exactly what he needs to do right now, getting more reps, more opportunities.
Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense to call Mark back because he'd be in the same position he was when he got sent down. He has to go down there and accomplish some things and earn his way back based on his performance down there. Hasn't had time to do that yet. Already you've got Tomko, Tucker, and Epley in the bullpen, guys that started the season in AAA. So you've had a lot of changes before you get to the 1st of May.
17 pitchers used already, and for the first time in Ron Washington's gathering with the media today, for the first time I think all year that we've heard it, just in not as a joke and not as a reference to last year. We said, what did you ever think you would use 17 pitchers in the first month of the season? And Wash dropped. For the first time I've heard it all year, that's the way baseball go. And that is the way baseball has gone for the Rangers this year. Encarnacion hitting .298 on the year. Has 7 doubles already this season. And he smokes that one foul. Almost up to the Rangers live set there near section 9. In fact, I bet that hit the Rangers live set. Over there between sections 9 and 10. Luckily, that's not where our Rangers live personnel watch the game. Can't see it that great from there with your back to the field. So They head to the press box after the show and get back down there for the end of the game. That's Juan Rivera over there at first base after a leadoff walk from Derek Holland. Now he is battling with Encarnacion. He hits this one toward David Murphy in center field. Back goes Murph and makes the play. As we say hello to Emily Jones.
Well, guys, I haven't had a chance to ask Ryan Tucker about his living situation. I'm not sure if there's room at the Casa de Holland, but I do know that rookie reliever Cody Epley is sleeping on an air mattress at Holland's house. He is the landlord. No word yet on if he's going to open up another air mattress for Mr. Tucker.
Yeah, places like a hostel all of a sudden over there. It's and Epley lived with Derek Sum. That's Epley on the left and Tucker on the right. Epley lived with Derek Sum in spring training, slept on the same air mattress at Derek's house in Surprise. Derek's proud of the fact that he puts the egg carton deal on top of the air mattress. He says it makes it a lot more comfortable. That one's grounded in the hole into right field. On to third base goes Rivera, and Snyder's on with a single.
Yeah, the left-hand hitters for Toronto in this series have had some pretty good success against Matt Harrison and now Derek Holland. Both Lynn and Snyder have hit the ball well. Might not have been quite as far outside as Derek wanted it. Still, Snyder hitting 177, had a pretty good swing at that slider.
And now it'll be the catcher with one out and runners at first and third.
Now, one thing Matt wasn't able to do last night when he was in trouble was get that one ground ball for a double play to help him get out of an inning. It just never came. And Toronto's taken a lot of good swings in this series. They're swinging the bats really well. If you look at their lineup on paper, it's not the kind of lineup that would scare you. But they're big league hitters, and in any given series, they can hit the ball.
To Elvis for one, over to first. Double play, and Derek Holland gets what eluded Matt Harrison last night, a double play ball to end it. 2 for the price of 1, and there's no score as we head to the bottom of the second.
No score, bottom of the second between the Rangers and the Blue Jays. Nelson Cruz, you saw what he can do in left field with that gunned down at home plate. He's starting to feel like he's getting in his groove offensively as well.
I try to get the same approach, you know. I do some adjustments, and I see the result yesterday, you know. Even the other games, it doesn't show. I mean, we're working on it, and I feel pretty good at bats, you know. Try to battle every at bat, try to go deep in the counts, and just see more pitches I can.
Nelson Cruz with tonight's Geico quote of the game. He said the key for him is to stay on top of the ball, gentlemen.
Emily, thank you very much. He's in the on-deck circle right now.
I think that was the key for Julio Bourbon last night as well.
Beltre grounds this one to Escobar.
No lazy pop-ups, a couple good line drives. It was a good game for Julio last night. That's exactly what he did.
Yeah, Julio had a great game at the plate and in the field last night with 3 really solid defensive plays. I asked Ron Washington about the throw that Julio made to Adrian at third base to get Aaron Sebia last night, and he says it wasn't the greatest form, but it's all in the wrist. You get that ball on the ground, get it headed in the right direction, it's all in the wrist.
It's all about accuracy. I don't know how the ball missed the runner, but somehow it did.
One from Reyes. A little bit inside to make it 2 balls and a strike to Nelly. He was 0 for 2 with a walk last night, but he's hit safely in 4 of 5. Perhaps, as Emily said, he just keeps working, seeing more pitches. And this one is grounded too short. Backhand by Escobar and a long throw. Nelly beat it.
Nice play by Escobar. He throws it, I think, just for the sake of throwing it. Nothing good was going to come out of the throw, other than, I guess, you can practice your throw from that angle. But no chance to get Nelly, who runs really well.
And it brings up Mike Napoli.
And sometimes you see how big and strong Nelly is, and you underestimate how well he runs.
It's the first hitter against whom Reyes has thrown a first pitch strike. He was 0 for the first 6 in achieving strike 1, but he got it here on the foul ball by Napoli. Mike's got a modest 4-game streak going. That's in there for a strike, and it's no balls and 2 strikes.
That's a pitch Reyes has been working on, his cutter. He hasn't had the success he'd like to have with his slider or his curveball. I think the thinking is to get the cutter maybe to go down a little bit more, be a better pitch for him. That looked like a pretty good one to Napoli.
Mike's walked 10 times already this year, and he has only struck out 5 times. And there's the first ball to him. It's 1-2. Talked about that Alex Gonzalez trade, Blue Jays and the Braves last night, and Reyes is one of the guys that came over in that trade. Grounded to third, to second for 1, on to first, a double play. And Reyes and the Blue Jays are out of the inning. 5-4-3 if you're scoring at home. And here comes Derek Holland. Baseball on Fox Sports Southwest is brought to you by Geico Insurance, where 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance, and by AT&T. And it's a beautiful night for baseball here at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. No score as we head to the third inning. Toronto out hitting the Rangers 3-1. Toronto team that has hit 31 home runs against the Rangers in the last 13 games. And there's a broken bat. Ball gets by Holland, barehanded, and can't make the play.
Well, Derek made a good pitch. Ball got way in on the handle of Corey Patterson, but once it got by the pitcher, it was going to be a base hit.
Bat went all the way to the screen.
And not much left in his hand after that.
No. It is a good thing that screen was there, because that bat might have impaled someone over there. And 27th infield hit of the season for the Jays. And now it's the top of the order, and Escobar fouling the first pitch off from Derek Holland. Toronto's had head-scratching success against the Rangers. They've been a good team over the years, but Ron Washington just can't figure it out. He says, you know, they're a fastball hitting team, and, you know, we throw a lot of strikes and throw a lot of fastballs, and maybe that explains it. And he was chuckling during the media gathering as he said it. He says, I'm laughing, but it's not funny. We're not enjoying this. The Rangers would like to turn that thing around tonight. In the last 11 games between these two teams, look at the numbers. The Rangers have won only 2. They've been almost doubled up in the scoring column. There's the home run totals, 27-8. The Rangers are almost never on the short end of that. Toronto's walked more and obviously scored more.
Yeah, I think the thing that's unusual to the first 2 games of this series, Toronto is the team that's come into our ballpark and swung the bats like the Rangers normally do. I think Toronto has run into the Ranger bats at the right time. A little bit cool right now. You don't generally see that in our ballpark. Certainly haven't seen it so far this season until now.
Patterson chased back to first. The Blue Jays have outscored the Rangers in this series so far 16-7. After the 10-run game yesterday. And the 1-1 outside to Escobar. He was 1 for 5 yesterday. That one's inside for a ball. And now it's 3-1.
And so far, Derek not quite as sharp with his command as he was in his last start against Kansas City, or his other starts for that matter. 20 strikes, 16 balls. Missing with his off-speed pitches right now.
And here's the 3-1 pitch. Grounded toward short. The runner, Patterson, was going. So there's only one there. But Escobar is out. Patterson's at second base, and here comes Mike McCoy.
I think the one thing that's helped Derek a lot this year is his ability to throw his changeup when he's behind in the count. And a lot of batters to hit the ball off the end of the bat in fastball counts.
Quick conference at the mound between Elvis and Derek. Mike Napoli perhaps on the strategy of holding Patterson on second base. And McCoy is in the 2 hole tonight. after batting 9th last night in John Farrell's order. He shows bunt.
I think generally with a man on second, the manager would tell his hitter swing the bat, drive in the run. But in this situation, if he can beat out a bunt, you set up a first and third situation for Jose Bautista. Certainly can't argue with that strategy.
No. Six hits on the year for McCoy. Bautista already has more home runs than that with 8. In there for a strike to make it 2-1. Jays have not had a 3-game winning streak in this season. Rangers try to make sure that remains the case. The 2-1 from Holland. Just outside. And it's 3 balls and a strike.
Yeah, I think this is a situation where you want to make good pitches to every hitter, but this is a situation where if you have to give in and make a good pitch for the sake of throwing a strike, you probably want to do it right here to McCoy, with Bautista and Lind coming up after him.
And he walked him. Second walk by Derek Holland, and here you see is Mike Maddox coming out. 12 pitches in the inning for Derek, 8 of them errant and 4 for strikes.
Yeah, he's thrown almost as many balls as strikes in the game, which is unusual. But he's got to have to battle through it. Matt was in the same situation yesterday. Didn't have his best command, didn't have his best stuff. And if you start 34 times, that's going to be the case 6 or 7 times. I guess 6 or 7 times if you're lucky. And I think what you do on the nights where you don't have your best stuff determines whether you're a frontline pitcher, an average pitcher, because the good pitchers know how to win and make the pitches they have to make when they don't have their best stuff. Now it's hard to expect a young pitcher like Derek to be in the same situation as a veteran pitcher, but those are learning experiences that you go through as a starting pitcher, how to get people out without your best stuff.
C.J. Wilson will tell you that's exactly what he did last time out. Derek checks Patterson back at second base.
Yeah, there's probably a time where you'd have to worry about Patterson stealing third base. I wouldn't think this would be a time with Bautista up there. I don't think he's going to try to steal third base with Bautista up there.
Little low to the leading hitter in the American League, Bautista. First and second with 1 out for the Blue Jays. And that one is high and away. Torrealba does a nice job snaring it. Go back to last year, Bautista has reached base in 61 out of his last 71 games.
Dangerous spot right here. 2-0 fastball count.
And that's hit high in the air. Hooking and foul.
Yeah, he was so geared up to hit that fastball. He was well out in front of a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Kind of hit it off the end of the bat. He got a good pitch to hit. Just a little over anxious, fortunately.
And for the third batter in a row, it's a 3-1 count.
Jose flew out to David Murphy his first time up. And this one is fouled off.
See, you're geared up to hit a fastball, and that's what we're talking about. Throwing something other than your fastball in that count. From a changeup, Bautista looked bad trying to swing at it.
Came in at about 85 miles an hour. And it runs the count to full. 3-2, and the crowd anticipates. High in the air. Beltre reaches. Can't get it. And are you really surprised the home fans booed you?
It's tough for a fan. You're sitting there, you've got a glove, you come to the game, you're hoping to get a ball, one comes your way, and you're really not thinking that Beltre might be able to make that play. You're just concentrating on making the catch. After the fact, it's, ooh, boy, what have I done? But it's hard to fault the fan for being over anxious to catch a foul ball.
Yeah, you could tell he didn't see Adrian at all. He was concentrating totally on the foul ball. Actually made a pretty nice play on it. But looked like Adrian might have been able to do the same.
Yeah, it's hard to tell whether Adrian would have been able to catch it. Would have been close. Might have got an end of his glove on it. Might have been able to catch it. Would have been close.
Once again, with the runners going, the full count pitch, and he walked him. So that's back-to-back walks issued by Derek Holland.
And to walk Bautista is one thing. I think the walk that hurt was the one to McCoy. That's a batter you want to go right after. And he had a hit the first time up. He might get a hit the next time up, too. He's a big league player, but still. With Bautista coming up, he's not the guy you wanted to walk in that situation.
And now it's Adam Lind. There's a strike, and here's Lind from yesterday. Not one, but 2 home runs for Lind, as the first one goes out over the head of David Murphy. And then a monster shot.
The second one looked like a home run.
Yeah.
The first one, that swing and the way the ball came off the bat, that didn't look like a home run. Shows how strong he is, though.
This one's hitting the air toward left center field. Nelly ranges over to get it. Tagging at third and coming home is the runner Patterson.
Another strong throw. Nelly couldn't get out of his glove. It didn't matter, though, with Patterson. Patterson's an excellent runner. He's going to beat that throw anyway. Almost same distance, man. I think Nelly was a little farther back on his long throw home where he got the runner in the first inning. He's winding up. He just couldn't get it. Couldn't get it out of his glove.
A little bit of a stumble as he tried to get it out of the glove, and still made a pretty nice throw on it. It brings up Juan Rivera. Run scores on the sac fly. There are still runners at first and second. 2 out now, though. Rivera drew a leadoff walk in the second inning. Derek's now walked 3 men in the game. And this one is hit back up the middle and into center field. Rounding third and headed for home is McCoy. Stopping at second is Bautista.
And there's that walk to McCoy coming around to score.
So it's 2-0 Blue Jays. That'll bring up Encarnacion.
It's all about trying to limit the damage, and that's just got too much of the plate right down the center of the plate. And even though Rivera was cold coming into the game, he's a good big league hitter. Just a matter of time before he starts swinging the bat.
Yeah, he's second only to Adam Lind in home runs hit against Texas since the start of the 09 season. Rivera's hit 10, Lind's hit 11, including the 2 yesterday. Encarnacion for the first time in 5 games has had a sore wrist. They were hoping he would be available yesterday, but he just wanted to give it one more day. And he hits it straight up. Michael Young calls for it. Now fights with it and makes the play. And that'll do it for the Blue Jays. The damage is limited somewhat. A 2-run inning for Toronto, and it's 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Two nothing Toronto as David Murphy steps in. With the help of a double play, Jojo Reyes has faced the minimum at this point through 2 innings. He allowed 1 hit, but he was erased. This one's on a line right at Escobar, and David Murphy is out. And you can follow the Rangers with MLB.com at @bat11 for your iPhone, your iPad, your Android, your BlackBerry. Get the live audio, the pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @bat to 31826 or visit TexasRangers.com for details. Here comes Yorvik Torrealba. He had 3 hits last night and has hits in 5 of his last 6 trips to the plate. That one's chopped toward third. And they can't make the play. Long throw from Encarnacion, and Lynn can't handle it.
Oh, nice pickup by Encarnacion. There's two components to the play. One is the tough pickup and then stand up and make the long throw. And while he made the pickup nicely, couldn't make the throw accurately. That's where you're counting on a little bit of help from your first baseman. Not an easy ball to scoop, and Lind obviously wasn't able to scoop it. Ranger first baseman have done a nice job this year. Mitch Moreland especially, scooping balls out of the dirt.
It's ruled an E5.
That's a tough error right there. You know, when you go down on one knee, jump up and throw like that from that far that quickly, I favor base hit on that.
Ball was smashed hard down the line. Brings up Mitch Moreland. Another look at the play.
It's far from a routine play. Takes a tricky hop. He had time to get him. There's no doubt about that. You can make a case for the error. That he got up in plenty of time, and all he had to do was make an accurate throw. I guess I lean toward the hitter, though, knowing that I'd be upset if that wasn't a hit, if I were the hitter. Reyes doesn't look like he's doing anything fancy. He's throwing a lot of fastballs, 89 to 91. The Rangers just haven't connected on one yet.
This one sliced foul from Moreland.
Torrealba had his batting average all the way up to 292. That hit will probably put him over 300. Nice streak he's been on. Hitting close to 400 in his last 9 games. He's been swinging a hot bat, hitting a lot of balls hard.
The 1-2. Evens it up.
Think of all the joys that a baseball has brought to fans all over the country.
She's just got the smile plastered on her face. Taking a souvenir home from the ballpark. And the 2-2 pitch from Reyes is fouled back by Moreland. Mitch in a bit of a mini slump, if you will. 0 for his last 9. Seen the average fall to 279. And that makes it a full count. Torrealba's over there at first base. And Moreland is down swinging.
Ranger bats are just cool right now.
Just like tonight here at Rangers ballpark.
A little cutting movement on that ball, keeping everything away from Mitch.
So it brings up the top of the order and Ian Kinsler. Ian, who has 4 multi-hit games during the 8 games at the homestand so far. Today and tomorrow on the homestand, and then it's off to Oakland for the Rangers. And there's a strike. Oakland is in Anaheim tonight and leads the Angels 1-0. They've just gone to the 8th inning in that game. With 14 wins, the Rangers are still tied for first in the American League.
Yeah, the other team that's just a surprise is the Cleveland Indians. Gotten Grady Sizemore back. That's a huge addition to their team. Travis Hafner's having a year like he used to have.
And there you see the 3 National League teams with better records in the top 2 American League clubs so far. This one gets back behind Aaron Sebia.
Probably be a pass ball. I don't think that ball bounced. Cleveland's been getting some excellent starting pitching. Asdrubal Cabrera, their shortstop, is a nice little player. Sin Chu is one of the more underrated players in the league. So they've got a good thing going right there early in the season.
Official scorer did call it a wild pitch.
Yeah. To me, if you can get your glove on it like that, it's a pass ball, but we'll go with wild pitch.
No, this one sliced foul. Hard into the seats. And another souvenir. Rangers are 5-0 this season when Ian Kinsler hits a home run. He's got 5 of them. That one's inside, and now it is a full count to Ian. Jojo Reyes against Ian Kinsler, and the payoff pitch. He walked him. And here comes Elvis. Rangers shortstop with 10 RBI this season. That is first among American League shortstops, and he's got a chance with a couple of runners on here. 2 on and 2 out for Elvis. And he hits the ball hard to left field. Down for a base hit. Rounding third and headed for home is Torrealba. Sliding is Ian Kinsler, safe at third. Elvis Andrus comes through again with runners in scoring position.
Oh, big 2-out hit. Took advantage of the throw from Snyder. Threw it into third, allows Elvis to go to second. Michael drives a little base hit right here. Rangers can take a 1-run lead, but good job by Elvis getting the Rangers on the board. Aggressive base running by Ian. Ball's right in front of him. Took the extra base.
Oh, yeah. And look at that. The numbers since the beginning of 2010 with runners in scoring position. Elvis Andrus loves having that opportunity. And Michael Young, high and deep and off the wall. 2 more runs come home. Michael stops at second base. And the Rangers do take the lead.
All of a sudden, bang, bang, bang. Rangers took advantage of a play that wasn't made at third base on Torrealba's ball. But then Reyes got a strikeout of Moreland for 2 outs, kind of a harmless situation. But he walked Kinsler, and 2 base hits later, Rangers have taken the lead.
Michael Young safe at second, safe and secure. New York Life. And now it's the Rangers cleanup man, Adrian Beltre. Takes a first pitch strike, but it's another 2-out rally for the Rangers. After David Murphy lined out to the shortstop, Torrealba reached on an error, then a strikeout of Mitch Moreland. A walk, a single, and a double, and it's 3-2. Big rip at that one by Beltre. We believe that is Wash's version of the claw.
It's the managerial claw.
Yeah, like the robot claw. Over and over again, the robot is stuck in claw mode. The 0-2 pitch. Low to make it 1-2, and we'll take a look at our Ford leaderboard in just a moment after we see what Adrian can do with this 1-2 offering from Reyes. Michael Young's at second base. See him in the bottom right of your screen. And that evens it up 2-2. And here is your Ford leaderboard, where we show you the RBI leaders in the major leagues. And this has been updated. The three that are ahead of Adrian, who's first in the American League, are all National League guys. Braun with Majors leadership in home runs as well. And that one hits Adrian right in the back.
I'm sure he's just trying to throw in. He was ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes, trying to get it out. A couple of men on for Nelly Cruz. One more big hit right here. Rangers have a big inning. Threw the cutter, but he cut it a little bit too much.
Cut right into him. Bruce Walton, Blue Jays pitching coach, out there for a quick chat with Reyes, and now heads back to the dugout. 8th man is headed to the plate in the inning. You see there a 27 pitch inning. And here comes Nelly. And that's low to make it 1-0. Single in the second for Nelly. And that's a strike. He's now hit safely in 11 of 14 against the Blue Jays. The 1-1. Sliced into right field and down for a base hit. Another run is coming home. Here comes Michael Young. He's safe. Safe over there at third is Beltre. And it's an RBI single for Nelly.
And Nelly said slowly but surely he's starting to feel a little more comfortable at the plate. He's got a couple of hits tonight. Probably not a strike. Barely. Very good pitcher's pitch, tailing away from him. But he goes the other way with it. Dumps it in front of Bautista.
And watch Michael. The pitcher running to cover. Bumps into Reyes, but still makes it home. Ninth man to hit in the inning is Mike Napoli.
I got to go for the call right here. Got to cap off this inning.
Wow, what a way to finish it.
Before Villanueva can come in.
Villanueva warms in the pen.
Good try, Mike.
Yeah.
I like it.
He was trying to make good on your call.
He's not trying to get a single.
He will not get cheated here. He's at 1-1. Check with Nelly Cruz at first base. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. High in the air, headed toward left center field. And it's off the wall. Not quite, but it does drive 2 more home. Napoli's at second base. And what an inning for the Rangers. They lead at 6-2.
You're just looking for the Rangers to bust through. First couple of innings, not much with the bats. Not much to start the third, but boy, they're putting the finishing touches on a big inning right now.
And Reyes does not make it out of the third inning again, as Napoli sends him to the showers. And the Rangers break this thing open with 6 runs in their half of the third inning. They will send their 10th man to the plate when we come back on Fox. Well, it's 6-2 Rangers. 6 runs on 5 hits for your Texas Rangers as they drive JoJo Reyes from the game. He lasts 2 2/3. And it's time for our Verizon Wireless call to the bullpen for Carlos Villanueva. Eighth appearance so far this year. Opponents hitting only a $121 off of him. David Murphy, the first to face him. And that one's outside for a ball. Mike Napoli's driven 2 home in the inning. Michael Young's got 2 RBIs in the inning. Nelly Cruz and Elvis Andrus have each driven in a run. It's a 6-run frame for the Rangers. And it's 2-0 to Murph. Grounded to second. Up with it is McCoy. And the 10th man of the inning is out. But the Rangers explode for 6 runs. And they take a 6-2 lead on the Blue Jays.
At the ballpark in Arlington, Texas now leading Toronto 6-2. And John and Tom, I have Breon here of the Texas Rangers talking about upcoming Ranger camp. What is this all about, Breon?
As always, we're getting ready to start our 2011 season. So our baseball camps are kicking off in June. So we have a lot going on for ages 4 to 13.
13. That means you guys are out of here. No camps for you guys, but that's okay. When does it all start? In June, right?
Yes, June 13th.
And for people who want to get involved, what do they need to do?
As always, call that number 817-273-5297. Or look us up on our website, TexasRangers.com.
There you go. Okay, Breon, good seeing you. Appreciate that. This little guy, John and Tom, already got a foul ball up there. Good section to be. Get the glove ready. Coming up again, big guy. All right, thanks. Thanks, Breon. Appreciate it.
I think that guy had something to say, Noxie. He wanted to get the mic from you and tell you just how awesome his catch of the foul ball was. Nice to see the Frog baseball program represented out there, too. Travis Snyder against Derek Holland, who's been sitting a long time.
In an ideal world, what you want right now, your team just scored 6. Get them back in the dugout. Throw up that 1-2-3 inning. Good start.
It's Snyder on strikes.
First strikeout for Derek.
Yeah. Here comes Aaron Sebia, the catcher. 1 for 4 last night with an RBI and 2 strikeouts. And that's in there for a strike from Derek. Now it's no balls and 2 strikes to Aaron Sebia, who went to the same high school as Alex Rodriguez, Westminster Christian in Miami. And he tied A-Rod's school record for home runs in a season with 17.
That's a lot of high school home runs in 1 year, boy. I figure he played maybe 35 games, 40 games at the most.
He was a good football player, too. And he hits this one into left field. And it'll bring up Patterson, hitting in the 9-hole tonight. He's been 2 in John Farrell's lineup in each of the last 2 nights. He hit that eye-high pitch for a home run on Monday night.
Yeah, a little infield hit. Little dribbler started their 2-run rally.
This one's grounded to Michael for 1, over to Elvis, and then back to Mike Napoli, but not in time.
Good attempt with a fast runner. Nice play by Michael to get the ball quickly to Elvis like that. Elvis did everything he could, but Patterson gets down the line well.
So there are 2 away, and here comes Escobar in top of the order. 10 pitches in the inning so far for Derek. 8 of them have been strikes. Exactly what you want to see after your team puts up a big 6-run 3rd inning. Rob Drake says that one's a ball. 1-0 the count to Escobar. Flew out to David Murphy in the 1st inning and grounded to Elvis back in the 3rd. There's a strike. And it's 1-1. Escobar is a neighbor of a guy we saw this weekend, Brian Pena of the Royals, and he are old buddies from their days playing for the national team in Cuba, and now live near one another in the offseason in Miami. And this one is grounded, and it stayed fair. Oh!
Wow.
It finally.
I thought when you said that, I agreed with you. All of a sudden, it took a right turn.
It must have hit the edge of the grass and knocked it back toward the right.
That's why you let it roll. There's no play on this ball, so you might as well let it roll and see what happens. Let's take a look. It's coming back. Hits the grass.
That's it.
Takes a right turn. Good call.
Yep, right off the grass, and thank you, Dennis Klein and the grounds crew.
That hit would have been cheaper than the one Patterson got last inning.
Yeah. Because of that thick, plush grass that DK says still infused with ryegrass. The Bermuda is not growing fully yet, so there's still a lot of ryegrass in there.
I could be able to grow grass on my head like that.
This one is grounded back up the middle. Diving Michael Young can't get it. And they're now at first and third.
They've been on base every inning. A couple of hits in the first inning. First and third got the double play in the second inning. Had a couple of runs in, 2 men on when Encarnacion popped up to end the third. And now here it is, first and third with a couple of outs here in the fourth inning.
And Mike McCoy coming up.
Blue Jays have 7 hits.
Yeah, they're once again out hitting the Rangers. Strike one to McCoy. But the Rangers have made the most of their 5 hits, 6 runs on the board. Derek Holland tries to keep the Jays from crossing the plate here in the fourth. Another strike, and it's 0-2. McCoy drew a walk last time. Derek steps off. Escobar's at first. Corey Patterson's at third. 2 outs. And the 0-2 pitch. Inside.
That's a pitch Derek will get a lot of strikeouts with, the right-handers. He's thrown them a little bit too down, a little bit too inside. Haven't quite been tempting enough for the right-hand hitters tonight. He's trying to make that pitch with 2 strikes. Just hasn't quite been able to make it yet.
And that one is hit hard but foul, and Paul Emmel just dives out of the way of it, the third base umpire. So it'll stay a ball and 2 strikes to Mike McCoy. And here comes the 20th pitch of the inning. Grounded toward the hole, past on a diving Michael Young, and 1 run is home.
Well, he made a good pitch. He jammed McCoy and It's a little dribbler into right field, a well-placed ground ball. But the problem with that hit is now it brings up Bautista in a 3-run game with 2 men on. The difference for Derek in this game is he hasn't been able to put the hitters away when he's had 2 strikes on him. He had the 1 strikeout of Snyder, but McCoy's at bat was a good example of that. He got ahead 0-2, and coming off a game where he struck out 9, he just hasn't been able to make that pitch with 2 strikes to get the strikeout and put the hitter away.
Just 1 K in the scorebook so far for Derek. Although he's throwing a lot of strikes, that's 16 of the 22 thrown in this inning anyway. In there for strikes. And the 1-1 pitch in the air toward left field. Nelly Cruz running and can't catch up to it. It's down for a base hit and all the way to the wall. 1 run is home. Here comes another as McCoy crosses, and the Blue Jays are right back in it. A 2-run double by Bautista.
It's again that's the inning right there. If you get McCoy, you get him 0-2, can't put him away for the last out. He drives in a run. Now you have to face Bautista, and Bautista drives in 2. Last night, really the first game for Matt Harrison where he couldn't limit the damage. And tonight, really the first one for Derek.
And there's Cody Epley up and warming in the Rangers bullpen. Ron Washington says that Dave Bush would be available tonight. Obviously, Epley is. The bullpen has been depleted with the revelation of the injury today to Darren O'Day, if you missed it. 60-day DL for Darren. And that one is smashed toward first base and smothered over there. Nice play.
Exactly what he did. That ball wasn't getting by Mike. You know, lie right on top of it if he had to.
And Derek covers, and the Rangers hold on to the lead. It's 6-5 Texas. Of the fourth, and we bring you our AT&T trivia question for the night. Who are the only 3 players in Rangers history to hit over 400 in April? It's a minimum of 50 at-bats. And we will have the answer for you in the next half inning. Here's Jorvit Torrealba. Scored the first Rangers run of the game when he was driven in by Elvis Andrus last inning. And Jorvit has hit safely in 7 of his last 8 games. Rangers knocked the Blue Jays starter JoJo Reyes out in the last inning. Wave and a miss there to make it 1-2. It's Villanueva in there now. And he evens things up at 2-2. Jorvit, part of a catching tandem with Mike Napoli that's provided a lot of offense. This one is dribbled down the line and foul. Between the two of them, they have 6 home runs, and that is tied for first in all of baseball. Home runs from the catcher position. And their combined average is .301. That's tied for third in the big leagues. And the Rangers getting great production from their 2 catchers at the plate. And with 19 hits, Jorvit is third on the team. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Runs the count full at 3-2. Mitch Moreland waits on deck. The payoff pitch. Check swing foul.
That's spoiling it. He's very happy that didn't hit the middle of the bat and go fair.
Yeah. That's shortening your swing. And we'll do the 3-2 again. High in the air with this one. Aaron Sebia makes the play. And it's the first out of the 4th inning. And it brings up Mitch Moreland. Showed you how well the Rangers have done in that 7, 8, and 9. The bottom third of the order has been very productive. Mitch Moreland usually occupies one of those spots in the batting order. He's hit second once this year. And he's in the 9 hole tonight. He struck out against Reyes last time up. But he's ahead of Villanueva, 2-0. Two balls and a strike to Mitch Moreland. That one's low and away. That makes it 3-1. And the pitch from Villanueva. Grounded to first. Lynn makes the play to Villanueva, and there are 2 away. And Rangers Ballpark Suites offer classic Texas hospitality for entertaining clients, celebrating a special occasion, or relaxing with your friends. Suites are still available for the weekend of May 7th through the 8th when the Rangers take on the Yankees. And so if you want to watch in style as the Rangers square off against the Yanks, call 972-RANGERS or visit texasrangers.com/suites. Speaking of those suites, we want to say hi to Jace Jones. Jace is up there near the Crow's Nest where Phil Crow hangs out. Jace is a 7-year-old celebrating a birthday today at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. And I can scarcely think of a better place to celebrate your birthday when you're a 7-year-old boy. Thanks for coming out, Jace, and happy birthday. Ian Kinsler even now at 1-1. He walked and scored a run last inning. Villanueva's inside with that one. It's 2-1. And that may well be Jace sitting. We believe that's Jace in the red, seated.
They got the TV on.
Yeah.
Trying to find him.
There you are, Jace. Wave, Jace. There you go. Wave. Wave this way, Jay. There you go. Look at him. It's like he's listening.
It might be. They probably got the TV on.
Very good, Jace. And there's a walk to Elvis, a 5-pitch walk, or to Ian, I should say. Elvis is next. Elvis came through with that big 2-out single to drive home the first Rangers run.
See if Ian's running right here. Couple of outs, try to get in scoring position. Good spot to be with Elvis at the plate, scoring position. Had a big 2-out hit last inning.
Villanueva definitely wants to make sure that Ian knows he hasn't forgotten about him. Go back to first. Ian's in safely. Elvis hitting just under 300 at home in his 12 home games this year. And the Rangers as a team are just under 300. 287 at the start of the game, which has them third in home average in the American League. Elvis fouls that one off. It evens things up at 1-2. And another check of Ian at first base. He drew a 2-out walk. Now Elvis tries to give the Rangers a little breathing room after a 6-run third inning. There goes Ian. Throw to second. Not in time. Kinsler steals second.
All right, now you've got Ian in scoring position. Now Elvis can go ahead and get a base hit. Elvis is not going to bunt right there. He's just trying to put the bunt out in front of the catcher's eyes to maybe throw off his timing on the throw a little bit. You put your bat right where the ball is. The catcher has to be looking at the ball, and maybe the bat throws him off a little bit. Maybe it doesn't, but it's worth a try. You're not going to swing anyway. You're going to let the guy try to steal the base. You know he's going. Pretty good pitch to hit right there. Elvis had a good swing at it. Looked like one of those pitches he would line into right center if he sees it again.
Yeah.
There it is, number 4.
Yeah. Hopes he gets that one again. And the 2-2 pitch. Fouled back. No wave zone. You see no wake zones in the lakes around Texas. This is a no wave zone, as per Chuck Morgan. Not when the Rangers are hitting. Our Fox Tracks brought to you by Lincoln. And now it's a full count. Nice crowd for a Wednesday night here at Rangers Ballpark as Villanueva now works against Andrews. The payoff pitch. Kinsler on the run. The bat is broken. The ball grounded to first, and Villanueva covers again. And that'll do it for the Rangers. Still 6-5 Texas as we head to the 5th. Tap with the Rangers on top, 6-5. And we answer the AT&T trivia question. The only 3 players in Rangers history to hit over 400 in the month of April. Pudge, Pete O'Brien, and Rusty Staub. Back in 1980, hit 412. Back in 1973 on this date, our own Steve Busby threw a no-hitter as a rookie against the Detroit Tigers. And look at there.
What was the closest ball to being a hit that day, Buzz?
9th inning. Was it Rich Reese or Rich Rollins? I get those guys confused.
I'm not sure which one.
Left-handed hitter. I think it was Rich Reese. It was Detroit. Rich Reese hit a smoking line drive right down the first baseline, and I'd walk somebody. So Mayberry was holding the guy on. Double play.
Right at him.
Yeah,
Wow.
right on top of the bag. Otherwise, it's 4 or 5 bases.
Last 2
probably.
outs of the game?
No.
No?
No. Then there was a pop-up. That was fun.
How about your pitch count that day? Any idea? 135?
I have no idea. I walked 6.
155?
Yeah. So it was probably up there pretty good. I don't have any idea. I don't even think we charted then.
Didn't keep them.
Probably not pitches, no.
Seems like just last century.
Yeah. You remember the significant plays like the double play that Mayberry made. Do you remember, like a golfer remembers every shot from a great run, do you remember pretty much every hitter, every out in the game?
I remembered a lot of every game that I threw, John. You'd be quite honest.
Yeah.
I never did keep a written book on guys, but I could visualize a guy standing at home plate and tell you who it is.
Wow. Rivera hits this one in the air toward Murphy in right center and makes the play.
No wind tonight. No jet stream.
And I kind of thought that was important because when you see a guy alter something, adjust something just a little bit in the batter's box, it may be a tip-off as to what he's trying to do that might be different than what you've seen before.
It's funny how people have an eye for something like that. I can remember early in my career playing against the Yankees. Thurman Munson was catching, and I was thinking about Greg Nettles was playing way back at third base, so I was thinking about bunting. And evidently I must have moved up in the box, changed where I normally stood, and before the pitch even came, Thurman Munson went, "Hey, Gravy, you thinking about bunting?" And I said, "No, what are you talking about?" Kind of spoiled the element of surprise right there.
Did you kind of sneak back when he said that?
Oh, yeah, I kind of moved right back to my normal spot, but I never had that kind of an eye for that type of thing, but obviously you did, and Thurman Munson did, and a lot of guys do.
Well, Buck Martinez, who's broadcasting for Toronto, was the best catcher I worked with, and Buck had the affinity of picking things up like that. Not only what a guy looked like, but what he might mutter to himself. And Buck could give me a little tap to the side of the head and say, "Hey, use your head now. I've got something for you." And it would not necessarily be a pitch that I was thinking of, but something he saw or heard is what he felt set that up.
Hit hard by Encarnacion, but foul. So if he tapped his head, that basically just meant, even if this doesn't seem like it makes sense, do what I'm telling you.
Well, what he did it for, John, was to say something like, "Hey, dummy, listen to me this time, will you?"
In the air, and Nelly goes back and can't reach it. The hot-hitting Encarnacion. It's his first hit of the game. He's on second base.
Now, I've got to give the Blue Jays a lot of credit for the way they're swinging the bats. They're just making it really tough on Derek tonight. He just can't get a 1, 2, 3 inning. They've had multiple men on base every inning. He's trying a little bit of everything. I don't know that he's making the pitches as far as location goes that he wants to, but he's trying everything. Breaking balls, changeups, fastballs. It's one of those nights.
Yeah, he missed by the full width of the plate that time, and that's generally not gonna be a good idea.
Snyder first. Napoli takes it himself. Encarnacion moves to third. And here comes Arancibia.
I think the observation, Tom, that you made last inning was when Derek was out there. He is not able to put anybody away.
No.
And that's frustrating. Especially for a guy like Derek, who's, when he has his pretty good stuff, he's used to punching people out when he gets them 2 strikes.
Yeah, exactly. Coming into the game, he had 25 strikeouts in 26 innings.
Yeah, and this has to be kind of a new experience for him. I'm sure he's had that experience before, but that gets under your skin a little bit.
Well, he's been in a position to have some strikeouts. he just hasn't quite been able to throw the pitch where they would swing at it slightly out of the strike zone. It's either been a good pitch to hit or too far out of the strike zone to tempt the hitter. They just hadn't been able to make that pitch.
He's ahead of Aaron Sebia. No balls and 2 strikes. JP had a single back in the 4th inning. And of course, Steve Busby will be a part of Rangers Live coming up after the game.
We've got Cody Epley warming up, and 94 pitches. This, could be his last hitter. Here it is, what we're talking about, 0-2.
Yep.
See if he can put him away. Yep.
This time he does.
Well,
there you go, Derek. Strikeout, his second of the game. And it's 6-5 Rangers. Texas Rangers baseball on Fox Sports Southwest is brought to you by Steel. For dependable trimmers and lightweight blowers, visit SteelDealers.com. And by Whataburger, just like you like it. Here comes Michael Young. Starts things off against Villanueva here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Villanueva, who has seen 5 hitters, and now with his 6th, gets his first pitch strike. He was 0 for 5 before this. And that's 2 quick strikes to make it 0-2. Grounded to second base. McCoy up with it to Lind. And Michael Young is retired. John Radigan with Tom Grieve here. Steve Busby joining us in the booth. We've got Jim Knox and Emily Jones alongside as we bring you game 3 of 4 between the Rangers and the Blue Jays. The 9th of 10 on the homestand for the Rangers. And after a 6-0 first homestand of the year, the Rangers could still get 6 wins on this homestand. But the best they can do at this point is 6-4. First things first, I got to hold on to this one. How long was it until your second no-hitter then, Buzz, after you got that one your rookie year?
A year and, what, 2 months? Yeah. It was the following June.
Beltre to short. There are 2 away. We'll have to make sure we have you up here on the anniversary of that one, too, so we can test your memory on your second no-hitter.
Who was the second one against?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Is that right about the time it was Harvey's wall bangers? Or was that
No,
a little bit before? Just before? Some
yeah.
of the same guys, though?
No, well, Yount was just up. He had just come up. Molitor was on his way.
Right.
But they didn't have the big guys. George Scott was their big guy in the middle.
Yeah.
And Davey May was their first baseman. George Scott's one of those guys that I always used to have a good thing against, because when he was looking inside, he'd open that front toe about 3 inches.
Did he?
Yeah. As a boomer, I got you.
Nelly standing in now. 1-1. He hits this one towards center field. Back on it is Corey Patterson. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Villanueva. Steve Busby will be there for Rangers Live. We appreciate you, Buzz.
Thanks, John.
Happy anniversary. And it's 6-5 Rangers. To this point, big third inning for the Rangers. Elvis Andrus with a 2-out RBI single. Michael Young drove in 2, and then it was Nelly Cruz's turn. The slicing shot brings Young home. Mike Napoli with a 2 RBI double, and the Rangers had a 6-2 lead, but the Blue Jays come back thanks in part to Jose Bautista, just out of the reach of Nelly Cruz. And it's now 6-5 as we look at the Corona line score. Blue Jays have doubled up in the hit column on the Rangers. The Rangers still lead it by a run.
Another one of those moments, John, where you're pushing the starting pitcher a little bit extra. Past years, 5 innings, 95 pitches jammed into 5 innings. Manager would have said that's enough. Let's go to the bullpen. But you need some extra innings because the bullpen's a little overused right now. Push the starting pitcher. Instead of 95, throw 110, 112 pitches. Try to end strong. Got the strikeout to end the 5th inning. Nice to have a nice 1-2-3 inning right here. That's the way to throw that slider. Patterson knew it, nodded his head. So that's a strike, and there wasn't much I could do about it.
And Rangers 6 runs in the 3rd. As this one's chopped over the head of Derek. Quick play by Elvis, but he's safe.
He's got some CNI hits going for him, boy. He had a bunt single to start a big rally the other day. He had a little dribbler, 2 little dribblers now in this game, right over Derek's head. Hadn't hit a ball hard yet.
And now it appears as though Ron Washington is going to the bullpen.
Well, he might have been in there just to face the left-hand pitcher, and then you've got right-hand hitters coming up. He made a good pitch to Patterson, but Patterson with the speed beat it out.
It's still 22 of 24 games in which the starter has gone 5 or more innings. Derek Holland leads with a 6-5 lead. And we'll talk about the new man and bring you the rest of the 6th right after this. As Cody Epley comes in, and we remind you that available in the upper home run porch for every game, all-you-can-eat seats. They include unlimited grilled chicken sandwiches, unlimited hot dogs, nachos, peanuts, popcorn, and soft drinks served in the upper home run porch grill. Get your tickets today at TexasRangers.com or by calling 972-RANGERS. That's a pretty good deal by any account. And here comes Cody Epley to face the top of the Blue Jays order. Hard-hitting Blue Jays team will test the Rangers rookie in his 2nd major league appearance. We'll see what he did Saturday against the Royals. No runs on a couple of hits. He struck out 1.
It'd be a good test for the bullpen. Talked about the inexperienced guys in the bullpen. Several of them just called up from AAA, but they're all going to get a chance. It's not a situation where there's a lot of veteran guys out there, and the kids will only pitch when Ron Washington has to pitch them in a comfortable situation. Guys in the bullpen are going to have to pitch in tight situations because that's the way the bullpen is made up right now. It's a great opportunity for the younger guys in the bullpen. Great opportunity for Epley, for Strope, Ryan Tucker, who was just called up. It's hard to call Bush and Tomko young or inexperienced. They're both veteran guys. They know what to do out there. Tomko gave the bullpen 5 innings last night. Dave has been pitching and throwing the ball well himself.
Yeah, Tomko's 5 innings last night was the longest relief outing by a Rangers pitcher since Cam Lowe went 6 in August of 08. Runner goes, throw down to second. Got him!
Looked like a delayed steal. Not sure if he got a bad jump or if it was a delayed steal. Whatever it was, he's out.
Yeah, throw was a little bit high, and Michael was still able to turn around and make the tag.
Yeah, it's more of a delayed steal, trying to catch everybody by surprise, but no one was caught by surprise. It really wasn't a true delayed steal. It was something in between.
And executed by the Rangers. So there's one away. And Epley is ahead of Escobar, a ball and 2 strikes. Epley, the Rangers organization minor league reliever of the year last year. That was the first year they gave out that award.
The other possibility on that was it was a hit and run. And on a hit and run, the runner doesn't necessarily have to get the best jump. He depends on the hitter. And maybe Escobar didn't see the hit and run.
Now it's a full count to the Blue Jays leadoff hitter. Single and scored a run in the 4th inning. He grounds this one towards Adrian. Over to Mike Napoli, and there are 2 away.
You hit the ball toward third base, you're just basically out. You can hit a hard, soft, left or right, but if it goes to Beltre, you're pretty much out.
You can dribble it over there between the pitcher's mound and third base. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No, it's not a.
Well, look at there.
What is that?
That's a knock. See, I can't tell which one. Who are you? Who are you in there, Knock? Oh, that's Davy Crockett.
John, we're going to run with the Texans legends tonight. I'm going to give this a go. Davy Crockett, as you see, going against Sam Houston and Jim
I don't know who's
Bowie.
in the other costumes, Noxie, but I'm going with you.
Appreciate that, Tom. I see a couple of fans down the right I'm going to have to say hello to. Other than that, it's about 110 degrees in this thing.
Noxie, are those your arms or is someone else working the arm?
No, these are
those
my
are yours? They look disproportionate, don't they? I thought there was somebody else in there with you.
It's really tight in this uniform, too.
I've noticed that the other guys in the uniform run funny. It's hard to get your arms going in the right stride. So we'll be watching that next.
I may have to dive to the finish line to win this.
We'll be watching your form. You got a big head, so that should help. Here's Mike McCoy. And if you haven't been out here to the ballpark yet, there are Texas legends out here. Jim Bowie, Davy Crockett, and some nights they substitute for the dot race. And so that is what Noxie is about to be a part of. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Grounded toward Michael at second. Over to the other Michael, Napoli. And that's a pretty good inning for the young Cody Epley with the help of the steal. It's 1, 2, 3. And the results of the dot race, if you will, right after this.
All right. You're ready, Sam.
of the Sonic Slam inning brought to you by Sonic. Tonight's jackpot worth $500 and dinner for two at a Sonic Drive-In. And tonight the Rangers are hitting for Laura Bonds of Bowie. If a Ranger hits a grand slam in the inning, Laura Bonds will get $25,000. You can register at any North Texas Sonic restaurant. Jim Knox in the Davy Crockett costume.
Oh, man.
There you see him.
Need a break. That was easy, guys. No problem.
Mike Napoli comes in.
Not easy carrying that head around.
No, that is never really got the picture of how the body fit inside those big costumes, but there you get a look at it. 1-1 now to Mike. We'll show you the results of the Texas Legends race. Sam Houston and Davy Crockett and Jim Bowie here in a minute. Swing and a miss by Napoli. Mike had the 2 RBI double in the third and accounted for the last 2 Rangers runs. Got them to 6, which is where they still stand with a 6-5 lead, as the game has been turned over to both bullpens. The 2-2 is outside for a ball, and it's full to Mike Napoli. David Murphy waits on deck. And the payoff pitch. Dribbled in front of the plate. Up with it is Aaron Sabia. And our great hands play of the game brought to you by the Brown Hand Center. Look at Jim Knox. And listen.
Hey, what's up, big guy? How's it going? Hey now. How's it going, girl? All right, whoa. All right, pick it up, baby. Take it off. 1 second. All right, we're coming through.
Here goes
Here
Knox.
we go. Here we go.
Jim's going fast, boy.
All right.
The other legend didn't want to lose, boy.
No. I guess that's Bowie. And he did not want to lose. Knox, he tried to turn on the afterburners. Knox can't believe it. Thought they were going to let him win.
Hey, he let it slip away when he stopped to talk to the girls.
Davy Crockett got a little frisky there.
Yeah, he underestimated the competition.
Two and 1 to David Murphy. Murph batted twice in the third inning. Lined out to the shortstop and grounded out to second, and this one's headed towards second. McCoy on the outfield grass makes the play. Look at, he unties the.
Got to open that thing so he can breathe.
Yeah, I always wonder. I don't know how well you can see through that either.
That's good. Knox is in great shape too.
Yeah,
he's a workout fiend, so he's in great shape. But
yeah,
I'm glad I wasn't running in that thing.
I don't think that thing's easy to run in.
I wouldn't have had that finishing kick.
I thought somehow that big head was sort of supported by your shoulders, but not so sure.
The Rangers have done virtually nothing against Carlos Villanueva. Tossed an assortment of off-speed pitches up there. Really hasn't given the Rangers a whole lot to hit.
No.
They had a walk to Kinsler, and that's it.
That's it, yeah. Sixth in a row retired since the walk.
A lot of weakly hit ground balls against Villanueva. Nice curveball for a strike.
Evens it up at 1-1 to Torrealba. Big swing and a miss from Jorvik. And first time he faced Villanueva, he popped it up sky high, and it was caught by his counterpart, the catcher, J.P. Arancibia. Octavio Dotel warming now in that Blue Jays bullpen. And Jorvik goes the other way with this one into right field, but Bautista has plenty of room for it, and he makes the play, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Villanueva. Rangers still lead it though, 6-5. Rangers baseball on Fox Sports Southwest is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Check out the Ford F-150 and drive one. Ford is the best in Texas. And by Southwest Airlines' new Rapid Rewards, unlimited reward seats, and no blackout dates. And it's Cody Epley back out there for the Rangers as they cling to a 6-5 lead. Epley, who pitched in all three of the Rangers' top minor league organizations last year, Bakersfield, then Frisco, then Oklahoma City. Round Rock to start this year, and now he is officially a big leaguer. His second appearance in the show. Inside to one of the best hitters in the game, Bautista. And there's a strike to him to even it up at 1-1. Jose's 11 for his last 22 in 8 games. Hitting .500. And this one's hit back towards Epley. Slips a little, but makes the play to Napoli.
Well, he rushed that one a little bit. He had a lot of time to get his feet underneath him, but he rushed it a little bit. Fortunately, Mike was tall enough to spear it at first base. Good pitch by Cody right there to get Bautista to tap back to the mound. Never got his feet underneath him.
No, he just slipped a little bit.
Fortunately, Mike still caught it.
Epley's 6 feet 5 inches tall. Weighs in at 205. And here's Adam Lind. He had a single in the first inning. The Rangers have done a good job on him tonight. He went single, homer, homer before making a couple of outs last night. Lind has 5 multi-home run games in his career. 3 of them are against the Rangers. And there's Arthur Rhodes.
What Ron is hoping for is Cody can get out of the 7th, Arthur pitched the 8th, and Darren pitched the 9th. I'm sure there'll be some interesting strategy if the game stays close when you get to the 9th inning, because all it's going to take is one base runner for Bautista to hit again. And in a 1-run game, that will present some strategy for Ron Washington.
Yeah, it's the last thing you want to see. If it is a 1-run game, it's 2-2 now after the foul. And doing more on defense, brought to you by Home Depot. And look at this great throw from Nelly Cruz. Way back in the first inning. A one-hopper to the catcher.
That's a long throw, boy.
Torrealba makes the tag. This one's high in the air. David Murphy's got a beat on it.
Yeah, here's Cody Epley earning his stripes in the 7th inning. Got Bautista and Lind. A little tapper and an easy pop-up.
And it'll bring up Juan Rivera. He's hitting 6 straight games now as he starts to find his hitting stroke. Got off to a real slow start with the Blue Jays after having come over in that trade for Vernon Wells. There's a first pitch strike from Epley. Cody had a 5-2 record at all levels last year with 16 saves. In the air. Nelly can't get it. It's over his head and in the seats, and a home run for Rivera.
Cody made a lot of good pitches up to that point. Threw a slider, got the first strike on Rivera, and then pretty much grooved a fastball. Didn't get the ball to move in on the fists. Stayed on the inside half of the plate. Turned out to be a pretty good pitch to hit. And Rivera, who got off to a slow start, showing some signs of coming out of it against the Rangers.
His 11th home run against Texas since the start of the 2009 season. Has him tied with Adam Lind in that category for most in the past 2 years plus. Here in 77 feet out there. Just eluded a fan. And it ties things up at 6. Encarnacion now high in the air to left. Nelly's got this one in front of the warning track. And that'll do it for the Blue Jays, but they get the tying run on a home run by Juan Rivera. Bottom of the 7th inning. Jim Knox, a la Davy Crockett, headed somewhere. And baseball fans, Chevy is a proud sponsor of youth baseball leagues in your community. Go to ChevyYouthBaseball.com for a chance to win a home field makeover. Nine, 1-2 due for the Rangers. And they'll face a new pitcher. They're probably glad to see Carlos Villanueva go. Octavio Dotel is in there now for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, Villanueva pitched 3 1/3, nothing, 1 walk. That was it. Rangers have only had 5 hits. Fortunately, 4 of them came in the 3rd inning when they bunched together their hits, a walk and an error, and scored 6 runs. That's it for the Rangers tonight. All they've had other than that was Nelly Cruz infield hit in the 2nd inning. Gotta get the bats going here.
And Mitch Moreland hits this one to center field. And on to Greens Hill. A home run for Mitch Moreland.
That's the same kid that caught one last week.
Get that kid a contract.
That's the exact same play he made last week.
It's a lone star long ball by Moreland, and the Rangers retake the lead.
Now, there's no help from the jet stream right there. That's a fast ball right down the middle of the plate. And Mitch put a hurting on that one. No telling where it would have gone with a jet stream.
This kid knows how to make a play out there. Here's Ian Kinsler. 3rd home run of the year for Mitch Moreland. And it goes to straightaway center field. On the 2nd pitch from Octavio Dotel. And now Ian pops it up. Escobar makes the play. And watch the young guy. Once again, eliminates the need for a melee out there on Greens Hill because he catches it on the fly with the glove.
Moved around pretty good for a big guy, boy.
So he's 2 for 2. Catching home runs on Greens Hill.
Got a good jump on that ball. Pretty good anticipation.
He's got a pretty good read out there. Now he's signing it.
I think he's marking it.
Okay. I thought maybe he was going to offer it to the pretty girl in front of him.
He's marking it for his collection.
So he'll know which one it was. And the multiple home run balls he's caught. Dating it. Elvis at the plate now, and he's behind Dotel, 0-2. And this one is flared out there towards center, but back to make the play is Mike McCoy. There's a couple of pop-ups after the home run. The 20th solo shot by the Rangers this year. 20 of their 33 home runs have been with nobody on base. Most in the majors. Here's Michael Young. Michael's 1 for 3 tonight. He had 2 RBIs with the double in the 3rd. There's Mitch. Now homered in 3 of his 8 games on the homestand. And the crowd's enjoying this one. Rangers have retaken the lead at 7-6. Zipchinski now warming in the Blue Jays pen. outside to make it 3-1 to Michael Young. And there's a walk. Michael Young headed to first base. Adrian Beltre headed to the plate. Asked Ron Washington about that moment that we caught last night when Wash told Adrian that he wasn't going to play anymore. He patted Adrian on the head, and Wash says he wasn't really thinking about the ramifications of that tap on the head until he saw the reaction from the other guys on the bench. Then he remembered that Adrian doesn't like it when people touch his head. He says it wasn't intentional at the time, although he says Torrealba's been all over him all season long. You go touch his head. He won't say anything to you. You go touch his head. But that's not why Wash went over there. Michael Young on the run. Ball is hit high in the air. Long run for Bautista, but he makes the play. The Rangers retake the lead, though, on a solo shot by Mitch Moreland. And it's 7-6 Texas as we head to the 8th. Runs in the 7th inning. Toronto ties it at 6 when Ron Rivera gets the Cody Epley offering to the front row of left field. But then up comes Mitch Moreland to lead off the bottom of the 7th with his 3rd home run of the year. And the Rangers retake the lead at 7-6. Some defensive changes out there as Ron Washington gets a stellar defensive alignment going out there in the outfield. Julio Bourbon back in center. Murphy moves over to left field. There's Nelly, who moved over to right field. And there's David. And that's Arthur Rhodes on the mound.
And Arthur on the mound. You got Pedro Strop warming up in the bullpen to have a right-hander ready if the need presents itself.
Neftali Feliz incidentally threw today for the first time since going on the disabled list. He was able to throw the ball from 90 feet with pitching coach Mike Maddox. This one's in the air towards center, but Julio's got plenty of room to make the play. That's the first out of the inning. Here comes J.P. Arancibia. Feliz says that he felt like, he said through an interpreter, he felt like he really only needed 5 or 6 days to recover from the tightness in the shoulder, but doesn't blame the Rangers for being extra cautious with him. He's young, and he hasn't had the feeling of that kind of tightness in the shoulder before.
No, the situation that could present itself in the 9th inning is Bautista could hit in a 1-run game with 2 outs and nobody on and get walked intentionally with a left-hand hitter coming up. And it would be the 2nd time this year that Ron Washington has done that to a very good hitter. Did it in Detroit.
Yeah.
To Miguel Cabrera. And Victor Martinez coming up next. The go-ahead run.
And it worked out that time.
We'll see what happens.
That was the only game the Rangers won in Detroit on that trip, on the series when Josh Hamilton got hurt. In the 2-2. There's Josh Hamilton standing with Chris Davis in the Rangers dugout, and Ron Washington says he can tell Josh is feeling better and better because he's talking so much. Says they can't wait to get him back out in the field where he won't be in the dugout as often. High in the air. Long run for David Murphy, and he makes the play in fair territory. And we check in with Emily Jones.
Well, guys, Arthur Rhodes and Darren Oliver are the old men of the bullpen, and they'll say that themselves. That's why I feel safe in saying so. But they say their job is not only to do whatever is required of them on the mound, but also to keep things a little bit loose out there.
You know, this game is crazy. Everybody in the bullpen. Everybody get hurt, anybody goes down, but we just gotta keep everybody up and happy and enjoy themselves.
Those two have pretty much seen it all over the years, and maintaining an even keel pretty easy for the both of them.
Yeah, Emily, thanks very much. Yeah, we saw Arthur last night. At one point, we were just taking a quick shot of the bullpen. He's out there clicking somebody in the ear and just keeping guys on their toes in the bullpen. Two balls and no strikes now to the 9th place hitter Patterson. 2 out here in the top of the 8th inning. And that one's in there for a strike. Patterson's been a thorn in the side of the Rangers. A couple of weak infield hits. And a fielder's choice. He's been on base all 3 times. And the 3-1 walked him.
Shortstop Miguel Escobar.
Well, Patterson has some speed, and if you're ever going to run, this would be a time to do it with 2 outs in a 1-run game.
It brings up the top of the order. Miguel Escobar.
Patterson has stolen 3 bases, has been thrown out twice.
Just the beginning of a 10-game road trip for the Blue Jays. 10 games in 11 days here, and then to New York and on to St. Petersburg, where they'll play the Rays. Grounded to Elvis. Goes the short way to Michael. And Arthur gets the side retired in the 8th. Rangers still lead at 7-6 with Cruz, Napoli, and Murphy headed to the plate.
Back at the ballpark in Arlington, we head to the bottom of the 8th. Texas leading Toronto by the score of 7-6. John and Tom, time for the progressive fan of the game. It has to be Mary from Garland. All game long, she's been cheering for her favorite Ranger player, Nelson Cruz, when he was playing left field. What was he saying? Did you get his attention?
Yeah, he waved at me with his glove.
Waved with her at the glove. Oh, that's great. Here's the progressive bag, the hat, the shirt. Congratulations. You're the progressive fan of the game.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Knoxie, you look a lot like Davy Crockett. Knox actually a little disheveled out there, having been in the costume. And here's the object of her affection, Nellie Cruz, with a 1-1 count. This one's dribbled in front of the plate. Aaron Sebia to Lynn for the out.
The one hit since the 3rd inning was Moreland's home run. So the one hit turned out to be a big one. It's given the Rangers a 1-run lead, but not much in the way of offense other than the 3rd inning.
Yeah. Hit and 2 walks since that time. And here's Napoli.
Dotel's been a pretty good reliever for a long time. In fact, a real good one way back when. He used to have a mid-90s fastball and a hard slider back when he was a closer. More of a veteran 7th-inning guy now. 7th-inning guy. Still throws pretty good. 89, 90, 91 tonight.
Struck out 145 back in 01 for the Houston Astros. And in 02 he appeared in 83 games as Darren Oliver gets ready. A little low to even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
See that number 4, seldom called a strike. It looks low to the eye. According to the tracker, frequently it's at the bottom of the strike zone. But it's just not a pitch that's consistently called a strike by major league umpires.
Rob Drake back there tonight. And the 2-2 pitch to Napoli. Fouled out of play. So we'll do it again at 2-2. Big swing and a miss from Mike. And there are 2 away. And here comes David Murphy.
Now, one left-hander in the bullpen, Mark Zepchinski. I'm sure will be coming in to face David Murphy right here.
Dotel's night is over. John Farrell comes to get him. And here comes Zepchinski. Rangers lead it 7-6. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning with 2 out. And there's a pitching change at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. Freeze cam, and we show you a play over here right there. The fan and Adrian Beltre going for the same ball. The fan's just a little bit closer to it and makes the play. He was the object of much derision on Twitter.
Based on how many balls have gotten by Adrian this year, I'm betting he would have caught that ball.
Yeah, good point.
He doesn't miss him.
David Murphy against Zepchinski. Already in his 12th appearance of the year. Game number 24, so he's played half of them. He made 12 starts for the Blue Jays a year ago. Big cut and a miss from David to make it 2-1. And that'll make it 3-1 to Murph. David's 0 for 3 on the night. 2 at-bats in the 3rd inning and another in the 6th. 2 ground outs and a liner to the shortstop. This one's hit toward first and fair. And that'll do it for the Rangers in the 8th inning. Here comes Darren Oliver. Here comes a little drama for you in the 9th. Rangers lead it 7-6. In front, Darren Oliver on the mound for the Rangers now to try and close the door on the Toronto Blue Jays, who Ron Washington said before the series began the Blue Jays have been a thorn in our side, and it's time to pull that thorn out. Here's the first real chance the Rangers have had to do it in the series, with Ali on the mound for the 10th time this year. Chris Davis is over there at first base now. Defensive replacement at first. And Ali will face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. It's McCoy, Bautista, and Lind, and there's a strike to Mike McCoy.
Well, one of the keys to the inning can be get McCoy right here. Get that leadoff hitter. Because then you've got Bautista, Lind, and Rivera coming up after him.
And Darren's ahead of him. No balls and 2 strikes. Rangers trying to make it 5-4 on the homestand. And that one misses inside. Make it 1-2. High to make it 2-2. Rangers 10-4 record at home. Has them tied for first. And a swing and a miss by McCoy.
Key at bat right there. You have to keep McCoy off the bases with the big guys coming up right now. It's a little bit tougher situation right here because you've got good hitters coming up after Bautista, and there's only one out. Still going to pitch him very carefully.
He had a double back in the 4th inning. Knocked in 2. Grounded out to the pitcher when Cody Epley faced him back in the 7th inning. And that's ball 1. That's in there for a strike. Oliver against Bautista. 29,322 chanting their approval. And this is high in the air.
Stay in here.
And it looks playable for Beltre. In foul ground, Adrian makes the catch. And the toughest out in the American League right now is retired. And there's Neppy watching very closely.
Well, since Neppy went on the disabled list, the Rangers have had a couple of opportunities to save games. Arthur saved one, Darren saved the other, and this is the 3rd opportunity, and Darren's trying to cash it in right here.
2 outs with Adam Lind at the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup, and it's a strike to Lind. Outside to make it 1-1. 7-6 Rangers. They've got just 1 hit since the 3rd inning, but it was a big one. A home run by Mitch Moreland in the 7th. Gave the Rangers the lead. This one's slammed out into right field.
They hung that a little bit. The other 2 breaking balls went right out to the outside part of the plate, maybe a little bit on the outer half. That one stayed a little bit toward the middle of the plate. And Lind, who swings the bat well against left-hand pitching, is hitting about .370 against left-handed pitchers this year. Well, that's actually got the outside part of the plate. Maybe it was up just a little bit, which allowed him to do that. A pinch runner right here.
Yep.
Looks like John McDonald.
McDonald over there to pinch run for Lind.
So it doesn't get easy.
Nope.
Now you got Rivera swinging the bat pretty well up there.
Yeah, he had a home run his last time up in the 7th. To the front row of the seats and left. And that 90-mile-an-hour offering is a little low for a ball. This one's hit in the air toward left field. David Murphy can't get it.
A great try and a dangerous try. That ball gets by David, the tying run scores. A great try. Would have been a superb way to end the ball game.
Sure would have.
But at least not being able to catch it. Oh, boy, that was close.
Wow.
I think it hit the ground.
Did it hit the ground? Never looked like it hit the ground in that shot. Let's see. Oh, it hit the ground before he caught it. Yeah.
Before he caught it.
Before he caught it.
Short hopped it.
Yeah. All right, so
you got Chris Woodward running at first base for Rivera. First and third now. 2 outs. And you got to get Encarnacion.
He's playing his first game in 5. He's been swinging a hot bat, 444 in his last 7 games. And he had a double back in the 5th inning. 2 flyouts and a pop out in addition to that. With 7 saves this season, the Rangers are tied for 2nd in the American League. They're trying to make it 8 with Darren Oliver. Encarnacion hits it hard but foul. Good numbers with runners in scoring position.
He's swinging the bat well tonight, too. He's only had 1 hit, but he's had a lot of good swings. Pulled a lot of balls hard, foul.
That one's inside for a ball to make it 2-1.
In this situation, you're pitching carefully to Encarnacion. You got the go-ahead run at first base. You've got a left-hand hitter, Travis Snyder, the next hitter on deck.
Check of Woodward at first. It's Chris Woodward pinch running at first. John McDonald is the pinch runner at third. And the pitch is swung on and fouled, tipped by Encarnacion.
The bat came back and hit your feet. Bang, right there. And a follow through.
2 on, 2 out. 1-run lead for the Rangers. And Oliver again with the check at first base. The 2-2 pitch popped up and foul. Out of play. So we'll do it again at 2-2 with Snyder waiting on deck. And the crowd on their feet here. All 29,322 are standing and cheering. And another foul. High drama here as Darren Oliver does battle with Edwin Encarnacion.
Encarnacion trying to take some deep breaths to relax. Huge situation for him. Huge situation for Darren.
2 on, 2 out, the 2-2. Grounded foul. Rangers trying to get their 11th home win of the season. 10-4, they're tied for the best home record in all of baseball.
Everything up and in.
And everything, and many of them already. Grounded foul over to the left side. Ron Washington. Hoping his lefty veteran can come through. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. There you go, Darren Oliver. There you go, boys. Rangers with a little drama tonight as Oliver gets Encarnacion. And the Rangers win for the 15th time this year. It's their 11th win at home. And that is the 8th save of the season by your Texas Rangers. And the 9th pitch is right on target. Followed the plan and got Encarnacion swinging. There's that fist pump. A little emotion from Ron Washington and Jackie Moore. Texas Rangers